So all of this is just orchestrated.
I mean, yeah, I don't mean to imply that there's like 6 shadowy dudes around a table with the Illuminati sign in the center. That is not at all what I'm implying, but it is orchestrated in the sense that, like, imagine all the giant piles of money that these various groups and people have. Like Bill Gates has his pile of money, the World Economic Forum and their friends have their piles of money, BlackRock has their pile of money, all these different people, and there's governments involved in that too. And all those piles of money represent massive amounts of leverage and influence, and most of them tend to align on most things. Like most of them do not want a strong, educated, intelligent American populace,
Right.
because it doesn't benefit any of them. Most of them do not want healthy young Americans that are fit and capable and having strong marriages and strong families, because that doesn't benefit any of them. It's like, so on a lot of these issues that feel like some grand conspiracy, you don't need a grand conspiracy because incentives are all aligned. Every one of them makes money if we're all fat and sick and depressed, whether it's because they're selling us drugs or it's because they're selling us advertising or it's because they just need us to stay the fuck out of their political process so they can run their show the way they want.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just interest alignment. Like the world is 8 billion people. So there's 8 billion different people at the table that are influencing the world. But most of us are just regular people that only have one person's worth of influence. And then you get the Bill Gateses of this world that represent like billions of dollars worth of interest, who's like, I'm going to vaccinate all of Africa with these experimental drugs that just so happen to sterilize millions of people against their consent, or I'm going to test out Remdesivir.
What the fuck is it not? It's actually quite insane when you come down this information and people are just not aware of it. People are not, like, they don't do any research on like what they eat and what they're consuming, the reason why they feel ill, the reason why they feel this way, the reason why their relationship shit or they're depressed. Like, they don't really try and go down that path of like, why is my life this way? And because you need to become aware of the issue. You go to the doctor for them to tell you the issue, even though if you go to doctors, they ain't gonna tell you the real issue. But like, no one wants to find a solution to their problem because it requires work. It requires, like, I guess it's kind of painful when you realize like, what the fuck is going on? Because they literally said they want you to be sick. They want you to be sick. They want you to be hooked on these things and be depressed and be lonely and not have like a strong family and don't have a strong community, and you know what I'm saying? It doesn't benefit them. They want you to be lonely, sick, so they can use it as money. But this is why I'm here, to make you aware so you can fucking fight this psychological
in Africa,
warfare,
and it killed Remdesivir, the COVID drug that he pushed on us. It killed more than 50% of the people in this trials.
Holy crap.
It's crazy, dude. The story of Remdesivir's trials in 2019, I'm pretty sure it was, maybe 2018. It's crazy what happened in the Remdesivir trials in Africa. And I'm pretty sure they were testing it on Ebola, trying to see if it would help for Ebola.
Yeah.
And it was so bad that they had to shut the trials down after a couple months because it was just clearly killing people. And then it became our wonder drug for COVID because they could make a shitload of money off of it. And because it was a treatment after you're so sick you're in the hospital rather than a preventative that would stop them from having their emergency use authorization. And that information is all sourced and cited in RFK's book, The Real Anthony Fauci. Everyone should read that book.
That is nuts. Yeah, I know he's buying up farmland. He's trying to do fake meat companies.
Yeah, Bill Gates is a madman. And I more and more suspect that it is not just like him being naive and just doing billionaire things. I more and more suspect that it is some sort of, I hesitate to say agenda, but it's kind of an agenda.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what it is, but it's fucking evil. It's not good.
I mean, there's that wild theory of the depopulation agenda.
Well, yes, because that is this eugenicist trend in science that's been always been around. This idea that if you really get scientific enough about it, some people suck and some people rock. And if we really wanted to be really fucking evil about it, it's true that the world would be better off with all the good people and none of the bad people. And so there's always been this problem with scientific minds, men especially, where if you get rational enough, you can justify killing off all the bad people, whether that's extermination camps or whether that's depopulation or sterilization. Eugenics has always been a problem. And Bill Gates is openly a eugenicist, and he openly talks about overpopulation as this massive problem. And when you actually look at his solutions, it basically comes down to they're implementing population reduction by making it so that poor people die and rich people live. And whether that's through vaccinating poorer countries and it happens to sterilize a bunch of people on accident, or whether it's through just quality of living is so bad that poor people can't afford to have kids, or poor people are killing each other in the streets, or...
And that's what it is. Most people, even in like fucking UK, and you know what's crazy? I think the people that live in richer countries can't afford, well, all of them can't afford kids, but the ones in the richer countries like the UK, the US, and obviously there are richer other countries, but I just don't really know them. They can't afford them, but like even families in poor countries, they still have a lot of kids, which is strange, which is very, very strange. Like, there'll be times I used to work in like I'll deliver furniture and I'll build it, yeah, and I'll be in their house, and bro, like, they got pictures of them with their dog. Like, when I grew up, you go around your boy's house and you'll see like family pictures of like the parents and the children. There's like 3 children, and like, you know what I'm saying, they do like a photo shoot. Now it's like the couple with a dog, fam, and you'll see like a picture of their dog like by themselves on the wall, and it's just like dog. You know what I'm saying? It's all pets. And I'm thinking, bro, like, they succeeded, fam. They won, or they're winning. Like, because even now, like, thinking about kids, it's like, bro, like, cool, that'd be great in further down, but when you truly analyze it, it's like, would you even want to bring them in this place? Like, if your kids called you, boom, and said, hey dad, or hey mom, future mom, whatever, yeah, would you recommend bringing me to this place? You'd be like, oh yeah, come. You wouldn't, fam. You'd be like, you know what? No, not really. But I'm still gonna bring you because I'm selfish. I want kids, so I'm gonna bring you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to come here and suffer with me, experience life and suffer. And we're gonna die, and you're gonna have trauma, and you're gonna bury me, and you're gonna have probably trauma from that. And some, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you proper analyze it, cool. Building a family is great, but when you really analyze it, it's just like, you're gonna bring them in this world where the food is fucked, the water's fucked, social media's fucked, AI is probably gonna fuck everything up, the school's fucked, everything's fucked, the religions are all fucked, everything's fucked. It's a losing battle, my G. Losing battle. You have no control. You have no free will. It's fucked when you deep it like.
Starving to death. Those kinds of things are eugenicist policies, whether intended or not, because they're killing off what they see as undesirables. Because if you can't make it in this modern capitalist world, you're not good enough. And we're the ones that understand the system. So we deserve to, have 19 kids or whatever the fuck it is, 13 kids. So it really is sinister. And when you dig into history of groups like the Club of Rome, the World Economic Forum, they have very clear roots in straight up eugenics. And a lot of their founding members and people who've been involved in those sort of globalist groups, you can find speeches of them on record talking about how the world would be a better place if we had more desirables and shit like that.
That is so wild. Because some of the most successful people I know come from impoverished households.
Exactly.
Or upbringings.
Exactly. And some of the, like, you never know. So I worked in teaching as a younger person. My parents were teachers. And the number one thing you learn when you actually work with young people is that you never know what kind of gifts a young person has. And especially young people that come from struggle, that come from poverty, they often overcome, like, they become the strongest people so often. And if you had a system that was truly trying to elevate young people, teach them well, and to give them what they needed to thrive, we would have such a better world. But instead, we have the system that intentionally does not educate young people and puts them at every disadvantage and tries to actively take them away from their parents. So the state has control over their education so that we can educate a bunch of mindless little drones that will just go along with a mask mandate, that will go along with vaccines that aren't tested. Because the more of that institutionalized prison-like education you give to American kids when they're young, the more they're going to accept that institutionalized prison-like condition when they're adults.
Right. Was the pandemic one of the first ones you looked into?
Yeah, well, the pandemic was what really woke me up. Is like, I had a lot of these tendencies in my personality before I started doing this research, but I grew up a liberal, and like, I grew up in Washington State, just totally not paying attention. And I wasn't engaged with it. I just was uninformed.
Yeah.
And I was like out in the woods running and doing rock climbing and snowboarding and shit. Like, I didn't care. And then the pandemic hit, and it's in all of our homes and all of our faces, and they're like taking away our liberties. And I'm like literally running multiple ultra marathons a week as a running guide. And they're telling me that I need to take an experimental medication because I can't survive what is essentially a cold when I've already had it once and I have natural immunity. It's like the questions just did not add up. And then I'm a younger brother, and when someone starts to like try to control me and hold me down, it's like, fuck you. I will fucking die over this shit. Like, the more you try to take away my free speech, the more free speech I'm gonna do. The more you try to take away my liberties, the more I will rebel. And so
I think that's facts. So I'm like, bro, lockdown just made me realize, like, what the fuck was that? That was the start of the whole conspiracy going down rabbit holes. So I'm like, when that happened, and like on that Thursday 9 p.m. in the UK, people used to clap. They used to come out their house and clap. I used to think, like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? What the actual? It was just crazy. Like, nothing made sense. Like, 4 people is okay, but 5 is that's wrong. Eating in a restaurant is okay, but when you go up to go to the toilet, you have to have your mask. It's just like, bro, what the hell is going on right now, fam? Nothing was making sense. You can't do this, you can't do that. Like, oh yeah. And I even said, like, G, if this thing's gonna kill me, that's the way I'm going out. I'm not taking no vaccination, nothing, fam. Because they literally just started, this whole COVID thing just started. How the hell do they have a vaccine ready? Boom. And I thank God I didn't do it. Because then you had to take another one. And then another one. Especially when they were making videos saying like, oh yeah, if you take the vaccination, you can get a discount on fucking Deliveroo. Deliver motherfucking root? Deliveroo. If you take this vaccination, you can have this burger and chips. I remember there was a video of this guy like on the news or some shit. Like, if you take the vaccination, you can have this burger. Imagine this. I'm thinking, bro, what the fuck is in this vaccine, bro? Crazy, fam. Crazy, G. Crazy, fam. And then they were doing, like, you can't travel if you don't have it. We're traveling now. I always said, like, bro, I'll give it a couple years and let's just see what I go. And that's what happened, fam. Told my family, bro, don't take it, fam. I know you want to travel. Don't take it, bro. Don't take it. Let's breathe. Let's relax, fam. Oh, you can't work at this job if you don't take it, bro. What kind of sick, fam? It's sick what they did. Absolutely sick. But that was the first test of like, let's see how far we can take it. Let's see what we can play with. Or we can play with their real desires of traveling. They can play with their money. So if you don't do this, we're going to take away your rights of traveling. If you don't do this, we're going to take away your rights of working this job. So it's like they're just going to conform like, oh, yes, Marcel, yes, sorry, we're going to do whatever you say. And that was the first test. So who fucking knows what's the next one, fam? But you have to be like, what type of person am I? Like, am I going to be the one that's going to conform? Or am I going to be the one that say no more, fuck it, fam? Like, if that's the way we're going to die, that's the way we're going to die. Because again, now you just like, you might conform and then you'll be like, oh, I regret, because like life is normal now. I always say like Ebola happened and then now it's just done. Swine flu happened, everything happened and now it's just normal. So obviously this COVID thing, it's just going to be normal soon. And now it's fucking normal, fam. It just went away. Magically, it just fucking went away. How did that happen, fam? How did that fucking happen?
I just didn't go anywhere. Like my whole town, everywhere wanted vaccine passports. Like, fuck you. I won't give you my business. I'll go to the gym that lets me in and I'll work out every fucking day and get bigger and stronger. I will stay at home and do research and learn and get smarter. And I'll just do that until the world opens back up. You don't fucking get my money anymore.
Yeah.
And I never went to any of those businesses again. The ones that require vaccine passports, fuck them. I'm not giving you my business.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would...
Crazy, fam. Fucking crazy. See, that's the title. How global influences manipulate your reality, fam. They literally create your own reality. But, yeah. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one.